When I'm playing League and I am successful, that is not about how well I did and more about how well the team did. Sometimes there's a player that can carry the team and take everybody to victory, but that's not always clear. Occasionally, it's the team as a whole. A support could be working with a good carry, and maybe they're not getting all the kills, but they're shutting down the better player on the opposite team. I've noticed this now that I'm playing way more characters, because I can go in with somebody that I don't really know at all and still do well. And I realize that it's not because of me. When I first tried Nautilus, for example, I got lucky and got 3 early ganks. And I say it was luck because I just showed up there and it was a correct situation. I was basically there just to hit them and get an assist. If I wasn't there, the bottom possibly would have got the kill even without me, and then the same goes for mid. And after that, when you're that far ahead with somebody who can scale okay, you can almost buy whatever and still be okay. A lot of players get these kind of games confused. They get in a game where they pick somebody and manage to get some kills, whether it was their own doing or not, and will take that game pretty well with a lot of kills. They'll get in the next game, use that same character and the same skills that they had before, maybe even the same items, and don't do as well, and they don't see that it wasn't because the players that they currently are playing with were making big mistakes. It was just the ones that they had before were carrying the game. Something had played out that got them stronger and allowed them to carry. Getting ahead like that gives you an advantage, but it's not something you can't lose. If it's such a big advantage early on, you could still do not so well and push it. There's a gray area in which I feel that I'm doing well, but it's not all me. It's partially because of an advantage I gained earlier on that may or may not have been my doing. And I see a lot of players ignore that. They believe that since they won the last game, that it's surely not their fault in this one. It's frustrating because you'll see a lot of players get into bad habits and think that since it's worked a couple of times that it's worth continuing. I'm trying to get away from that by leaning more on my mechanics and getting a better perspective on what my performance was like, not necessarily based off the outcome of the game. For instance, if I had a good advantage or I had any advantage, did I exploit it? Did I hang on to it? When I got those extra kills, did I burn it on an item that didn't really help me? Or did I appropriately use that money to better snowball? And it's helped me a little bit because it becomes less about the team and more about how I'm performing, which helps me not be so bothered when we have crazy bad players doing who knows what. So what I'm asking is, next time you have a good game, try to consider, was it purely your doing, or did you take advantage of something that your team gave you? That way, next time you play, you can identify who's doing well and put yourself in a position to help them or help yourself with them.